Hello, welcome to this Dinja Waħda video on plants. Come with me, let me show you some plant secrets. But first, here's a picture of a woman. No, she's not a plant. Well, maybe her name is Daisy or Lily or Rose. Now those are plants. So, what parts of the woman can we see? I'm sure you can see her eyes. What does she use her eyes for? She uses her eyes to see, of course. And we can see her nose. She uses her nose to smell, that's right. And we can see her mouth. And she uses her mouth to talk and to eat and to smile. Then we can see her arms and her hands. And she's using these to carry the books. She's taking the books to class. And to do that, she's using her legs. So, you see, we have different names for different parts of our body. And that's because they all do different things. But when we see a plant, we just say, it's a plant. After all, a plant doesn't have eyes, or a mouth, or legs and feet, does it? A plant doesn't see or talk or walk, does it? Yes, that's true. But here's a secret. Plants have different parts too. Shall we have a look at them? There's the leaves, الورق. The stem, التساق. Flowers, الفيوري. Fruit, الفروت. And roots, العروق. So, let's see. Is this a plant? Yes, it is. How do I know? Because it has leaves. Okay. How about this one? Is this a plant? Yes, it is. How do I know? Because it has branches and a trunk. Cool. Tick. And how about that? Is this a plant? Oh, yes, it is. And I know because only plants make flowers. Tick. Okay. That was great. So now let's try this easy one. Here are 12 living things. Some are animals and some are plants. Can you count the plants? How many are there? Okay, let's see if you got it right. There are 4. Here they are. That's one with fruit. Here's another one with flowers. Here's one with leaves and flowers showing. And that's a 3. Great. So, now that we know what plants look like, let's have a look at all the different parts. We're going to begin with the roots. The roots are under the soil, and we don't usually see them. But sometimes there's a wall that falls down. And when this happens, we can see the soil behind it. And we can see the roots too. There they are. Can you see how the roots go right down into the soil, like long, thin fingers? Well, this root here isn't very thin, is it? It's the root of a big tree. So, what's the job of the roots? Well, one job is to stick the tree to the ground. This tree looks happy because it has many roots. They are strong and sticking the tree to the ground. Now, look at this tree here. Oh no! It has no roots. What will happen when the wind blows? Uh-oh! The tree is blowing away. Ah, but the other tree didn't. Thank you, roots. Good job. And you know what? Roots have 2 jobs, not 1. What's the other job? Here are some roots, and they're going to do a very important job. They're going to suck up water from the ground. because the plant needs water. to stay alive. And the water goes all the way up the stem to all the plants. The root's job is to find that water. Some time ago, I cut some branches from a plant to grow them into new plants. I put them in a jar and put some water in it. After some days, roots began to grow out of the branches. Look, you can see them better here. Now this happened because the branches I cut were alive and they started to drink. The roots are like drinking straws. Okay, what's next? Let's talk about the stem now. As you can see from the picture, the stem is the middle part, where all the bits of the plant are stuck together. It's like the main road through a town with side streets. Plants come in many sizes, so their stems come in many sizes too. Some stems are thin, like the stem of this wildflower. There. Some stems are huge, like this enormous oak tree. And when the stem is big and strong and made of wood, we don't call it a stem anymore. Do you know what we call it? That's right, we call it a trunk. All trees have a trunk. Trees have lots of heavy branches and lots of leaves. They need a strong trunk to carry all that. So the job of the stem is to hold the bits of the plant together and to hold the plant standing up. But the stem has another important job too. You see, a stem has like pipes inside it. Do you remember how the water comes up from the roots? Well, that water passes through these pipes and goes all the way to the very top of the plant or tree. Through all the hundreds of branches, it goes up and up and up through more branches, right to the very top, all the way up and into the leaves. Can you see the veins on the leaves? The water goes into all the veins of all the leaves. It's just like our blood passing through our veins. Just imagine how much water a big tree would need. Okay, so let's look at leaves now. There are many kinds of leaves. There are leaves that look like circles, like number 1, and leaves that look like hearts, like number 8. Number 7 look like toothpicks, and number 5 look like fat fingers. There's a leaf that looks a bit like a dinosaur footprint. Can you see it? Here it is. Ta-da! But all the leaves are the same colour. And what colour is that? Yes, green. Okay, not the same kind of green, but still green. Now, why are leaves green? Well, leaves are like that because they're full of green stuff. And all that green stuff is like magic. Do you know what it does? Imagine all that green stuff are like tiny dots. These dots are like mini machines, and these machines make food for the plant. Now, of course, machines need batteries to work, right? Or you can plug them into the electricity. But this is the cool thing. Leaf machines don't need batteries. All they need to switch them on is, ta-da, the sun. The beautiful sun is the power station of the plants. When the sun shines, all the little green dots begin to make food for the plant. Not pizza or pies, of course. Plants don't eat that kind of food. The leaves use water from the roots and the special gas that they pick from the air. And with the sunlight, they mix and change and turn it all into yummy stuff for the plant to grow. And the plant really likes it because it grows more leaves and more branches. Isn't that cool? Just by standing in the sun, a plant can make food for itself and grow nice and strong. Can we fill our tummy just by standing in the sun? Do you think? No, we can't. Now, do you know what else leaves do? They make oxygen. Have you ever heard this word? Oxygen is the nice fresh air that we breathe. We all need oxygen to stay alive, and not just people. All animals need oxygen. So thank you, plants, for all the oxygen. So it's always a good idea to plant lots of trees like these people are doing. Can you see the trees? Look, there they are. They're small, but look at them some years later. Wow. Okay, so what shall we look at next? Oh yes, the flowers. Here are some flowers. I can just smell them. Flowers are not one colour, are they? They come in all colours. And that beautiful smell. So we know why plants make leaves, but why do plants make flowers? Do they make them for us? No. Plants make flowers for insects. Insects love flowers. Just have a look at this butterfly. Can you see what it's doing? It's drinking from the flower. There, look at its tongue here. It's like a long drinking straw. And what is the butterfly drinking? Have a look. At the bottom of the flower, there's a small pocket with sweet water in it. That's what insects go crazy for. The sweet water is called nectar. There, spelled like that. When the insects land on the flowers, a special yellow stuff sticks to their legs. The insects carry this yellow stuff from flower to flower, just like this butterfly is doing. The butterfly is mixing the stuff among the flowers. And that is very good. The plants want this. Do you know why? Because now the flowers can change into fruit and seeds, and the seeds will grow into new plants. But I'll tell you all about that in part 2. For now, thank you for watching. Bye.